Can you see my people? Alarm don't blow for Nollywood. Una never hear wetin dey happen. The truth has been unveiled. Can you imagine Regina Daniels? Hey, Regina Daniels has really come out open for everybody to see what she has been passing through. The great mistake Ned Nwoko did was to go on Instagram to write that Regina is on drugs. It's not was, still on drugs. And how she was able to hit 3 people at a stretch in order to gain maybe mercy or something from our fans. That's not going to be done. For a man to boldly say this in the public means is guilty of the accusation laid on him. He's not trying to clear his face. And in not less than 30 minutes, he picked up his other wife and took her to an occasion to show Regina Daniels that that's wives now water. Like if she leaves, another person will take over. Let me tell you, none of them is as great as Regina Daniels. Regina Daniels is a popular figure, I must confess. In fact, before I was even saying the way she wraps her mouth in talking to people, and anything that happens, she will just start the man of my life and all the rest of them public. Such things sometimes is not good. Learn to live a low key. Do you understand me? But the era of Ned Nwoko coming out to say things against her womanhood. And I loved what Blessing CEO did. Look at her narratives. She became angry. In fact, the way I am this minute, I don't understand why. That's how men finish up women. When they sit on your head, they will not remember. But once you screen out, they will go and say she's depressed. The next thing you hear, she's depressed. She can no longer handle issues, or she has lost her cool. A lot of things. Let me tell you, we have so many narcissists this minute. Believe me, guys. Let me ask you, what do you expect from a woman that is depressed? Maybe she has been voicing out, nobody accepted. No one listened. You understand? You know, this time around, people bribe their way through. And once they bribe their way through, every other thing that woman is saying, nobody will hear it. You understand me? Okay, now she has now voiced out. You can imagine. And when she was talking, there was no sign of drug. She said, in Ned Nwoko's house, I still quote her, in Ned Nwoko's house, I am nothing. But in my father's house, I am a queen. And they wanted to give her water. She said, no, wait. I remember I heard all these things. Can you imagine? She was talking sadly. And really, they have really stayed on it. They couldn't hold it. That made them blow out. And then the nurses that quickly called you to tell you that they hit, Regina Daniels hit them. Tell me, what's his relationship with those men? Where are they rushing into fabrications? Anyway, I can't say otherwise. For now, let me leave it at faith. I love what Blessing did. Blessing mesmerized the whole stuff. Guys, listen to her, please.
It is to allege that Regina Daniels is into drugs. Drug abuse. Yes. Good. And he had further explained that the video that went viral, it was Regina in highness, breaking things in the house, breaking the car, and blah, blah, blah. He was not even around. Right? And he also alleged that they are going to be taking her to rehab to be able to help her. If not, she'll be damaged. And he also alleged that the brother, Sammy, the one who, was the whistleblower, is also somebody who also gives Regina Daniels drugs to abuse. He also called one other girl Anne on his write-up. Now, you want us to believe that the reason why Regina Daniels fumed up yesterday was because of drugs? I don't believe it, Senator. With all due respect. Let me explain to you how drug works. Yeah? I'm a relationship therapist and I've dealt with a lot of drug users. Drugs makes you calm. Depending on what you want to do. Cigar, weed, it makes you calm. Drug is more of a numbing pain. When you just want high, chop, sleep. Before somebody takes a drug and gets aggressive, something transpired. Something provoked that person. Now, we're not even about the drug use or no drug use, because I feel like you are capable enough to take care of your wife if you feel like she's abusing drugs. The question is, did you hit her? Do you hit her anytime she misbehaves? I'm not trying to justify what she did, but I just want to understand how you correct her. Because if you are actually very loving, it's not going to be difficult for Regina Daniels to accept rehab. What do they do to provoke her? When you see women acting like this, I do not like it when people make us feel like we're crazy. When you see women bust out like this, break something. No, there is something behind that action. What would make a young girl like Regina go into drugs? Why? Is she unhappy? Is there something she's thinking about? Let's start from there. So with all due respect, sir, with what transpired in the video that we saw, she was saying, did you see Fina when they propose Fina? As Fina land for ground, stand up, so Fina did like this. Now the person will take another person take Bala. She just define her balance. But this Regina was very sane yesterday when she was talking. She didn't sound drowsy. She didn't sound. Now the question is, if you say she's into drug abuse, right? Why? We want to understand why Regina will be abusing drugs. Is there something that you're not telling us? Is there something bothering her? Please, we want to know, sir, because we're concerned. Because before Regina became your wife, we also have fans. We're also women. We've lost a lot of women to domestic violence. And this time, we're going to stand up and we're going to ask questions. Right? So please, what is making Regina Daniels aggressive? What is making her going to the extent of smashing a car? It's obviously not highness. Maybe highness mixed with provocation. And also, sir, did you hit her or do you always hit her whenever she misbehaves? That is what I want to know. Number two, rehab is another place that damages people. You see rehab? I don't know the rehab you want to take her to, but trust me, you see this thing called drug abuse. It simply means somebody is numbing pain. Now, drug abuse is what you want to take and forget about everything around you. It becomes more abusive every morning you wake up, and that same thing is still looking at you. You take another one. That is where addiction comes in. Addiction comes in when you're trying to numb the pain. You're trying to run from a situation you don't want to face. You'll be sleepy, you'll be drowsy, you'll be hungry. Now, the highness, you don't know what you're doing. By the time when the drug don't clear for your eyes, you can't say, hey, well, this problem see here, you knock another one. That is what has made a lot of people drug addicts. So, is Regina unhappy? We are going to ask questions. Is she unhappy? We want to hear from her. We want to hear from her mother. How did Regina get into drugs? Come on. She's the wife of the senator. Where is she even getting the drugs from? Please. Anyways, we are not here to apportion blame. A lot of us might think, oh, we just want to jump on the trending issue. We are not jumping on the trending issue. We are lending a voice to another young girl that is alive. She has not passed though. She's alive. We are lending our voice. We are lending our voice for a young girl who do not even know her left to her right that got into marriage. We are lending our voice for a young girl to encourage you that if you make mistake, you go wrong road and you see say road no dey there, make a U-turn. That is the reason why we are lending our voice. Yes, just because somebody made a mistake, if the person makes a mistake and realize that, oh, this thing I did, you can make a U-turn. And that's why we're asking questions. Now to Regina Daniels' brother, Senator Ned Moko have alleged, do you feed your sister drugs? Do you sell banla to her? Where is the mom of Regina Daniels? Please, we need to understand. Because Regina is not just a wife. She's also a popular figure. We love her. She's also a fantastic actress. We need to understand what is going on with her. Please, anybody that is close to Regina Daniels, before we start to talk about rehab, we first of all need to understand the roots of the problem. What is Regina Daniels running away from? Why is she doing drugs? Why does she always want to, make herself drowsy? Why? Is there something we do not know about? And in that video, Regina alleged that this violence is too much. That means it has been consistent. So the question is, allegedly, because I've not seen a video where Senator Ned Moko raised his hand on Regina. It's still an alleged news, no evidence yet. Maybe until Regina comes to speak. But that is what the brother said, right? Good. So my question now is, Senator Ned, what is the next step? And the next step, first of all, is to understand why Regina is abusing drugs. Yes, there must be a reason. What pain is she trying to numb? Trust me, that is all we want to know. We want to know that Regina Daniels is fine. Please, I want to appeal. I am begging. I've had so many people lose their lives in drug abuse. Drug abuse starts from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, from 4 to 5. Drugs does not chase away pain. It just makes you relax. By the time you are done, you're going to wake up to your reality. Say no to drug abuse. And to every beautiful young lady out there, choose right. I see a lot of people saying, Bugatti, 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 my darling. If you enter Bugatti and the Bugatti won't buy you, run aside. Now Bugatti you enter, you not buy person. Okay? I'm using this video to also encourage those beautiful ladies who are in a domestic violent relationship. And you don't know how to live. And the only thing you have is to run to drug to numb the pain. Please, please, please. Drug does not change anything. It worsens everything. Because in reality, no matter how much substance you take,